Massive shout out to Blazing Boost for sponsoring today's video. If you guys are struggling to get any Destiny content, so that goes for exotics, armor, anything you guys want in the game, Blazing Boost can provide. And I've actually got you guys a discount code of 10%, so make sure you check out the link in the description and the pinned comment for that 10% off. Now, the feedback I've had from my audience and the feedback over on their reviews, they do also have a 5-star Trustpilot review with over 9,000 reviews. So if that doesn't say something, I don't know what does. So check them out. Like I said, link in the description, and let's jump straight into today's video. Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be showing you what I believe is the best scout rifle in the game by far. Now, this scout rifle is pretty much the best one in the game for nightfalls, high-end PvE, that sort of thing, and it's a really nice scout rifle to use. So I thought I would make a video on it today. But if you guys are new around here, make sure to subscribe, drop a like on today's video. And I know around about 80% of people are not subscribed that are watching this. So if you're one of them people, make sure to join and subscribe to the channel, because it does really help, and we are on his way to try and hit 40k. But with that said, let's jump straight into, obviously, this scout rifle review. Now, I recently looked in my vault and I did find out that the night watch. Now, this night watch that I do have isn't a god roll by any means. It's definitely better perks, but it does have one thing that I would recommend to get for this weapon. And even though it's not a god roll, it's what I've been using for nightfalls and everything like that, and it is going to be really handy this season, and I'll explain why. So this scout rifle that I do have comes with chambered, accurized rounds, outlaw and explosive payload with a reload masterwork. So it's not the best, and I have put a minor spec on that, but I'll show you exactly why this thing is super good and the reason why I do really enjoy this scout. As you can see from the gameplay, it is quite accurate. Now, I'm on keyboard, so I'm not the best while recording this, but the perk that does make this scout rifle really good for PvE is explosive payload. Now, this thing seems to be really good at the minute in PvE. Now, I'm going to try and do some stats as well throughout this video, so I'm going to work out the time to kill of this scout rifle, and I'll put them up screen obviously as you're watching. But not only that, this season, why I think this is a really good one is because for nightfalls you can use it when it is actually overload rounds. So there you go, you can use it on overload. I do believe you can get it to work with unstoppable this season. So to be honest, it's one of the best scout rifles. It's 200 round per minute. Now, the magazine isn't the best, it's okay, it's pretty decent, but you can get obviously different perks, and what I'll do, I'll put up on screen all the perks it can run with. But as you can see from this wizard, it simply melted it, and that wizard obviously does have a shield. Now, the range on this thing is just incredible, and with explosive payload you don't even have to be accurate with it. As you can tell, you can just shoot the floor around the acolytes and it's going to kill them. Now, I think this is a really slept up on weapon. I think this is actually one of the best PvE weapons I've used, sort of for survivability as well. Now, obviously time to kill probably isn't the best as other primary sort of weapons, but you've got to remember, guys, in these nightfalls you don't want to be up close and personal with your enemies. You want to sort of sit back and pick away, and this is also good for lost sectors and everything like that. So the rolls you can get, there's a lot of god rolls. I know you can get a curated one with overflow explosive, and I do think you can get triple tap explosive as well. So that is a really good one. Now, one thing I would pair it with is a high DPS shotgun. So the one that I'm using now, what is it called again? First in, last out. Not the best roll, precision frame, but it does a lot of damage. And then I've also paired it with the Lament, and it is actually such a good weapon. Trust me, when I say I use this and I like it, I really do. As you can see, the range on it as well, you're not going to really get a better scout rifle with any better range and damage. So overall, I would rate this PvE scout rifle a 10 out of 10. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work out the TTK for you guys now, and we're going to jump in and I'm going to talk over the gameplay and obviously talk about the stats wise and how fast this thing can actually kill compared to other sort of scout rifles. Right, so up on screen guys, I'm going to put the total stats of the weapon. Now the statistics, the impact for the Night Watch is 60, the range is 43, the stability is 41, handling 69, reload speed 62, rounds per minute 200, magazine of 16, the zoom on it is 20, inventory size 49, aim assistance is 69, recoil is 57, bounce intensity is 43, and bounce direction tends to be to the right. Now this is a really good weapon, as you can see on screen. It's a well balanced weapon, definitely one that is underrated by a long shot. Now these stats are obviously with like a basic roll, so you can even get obviously the range up. Now for a scout rifle, especially if it's a PvE one, we don't need the stability anyway. Now it does say it lacks it down, but obviously because you're only firing that one bullet, stability on a scout rifle really doesn't matter. So let's take away that stat. Now what you're going to want to be aiming for guys is obviously a good range and a good impact one. So I'm going to put obviously the rolls back on the screen so you guys can decide what roll you do want to get. Now like I said, explosive payload must be a must I think for PvE, especially after playing with it, and obviously you guys have seen it. Now on screen are the rolls, so I would probably recommend Rapid It and explosive payload is going to be your best bet for PvE. That's what I'd try and aim for, and probably a range masterwork. But that's pretty much it from sort of the rolls and the statistics. Now I'm just going to quickly show you sort of the TTK on this weapon. Now I did test this on an Acolyte, so take this into consideration when I'm telling you these stats. Usually from a medium to close range, it's going to take around about 0.6 seconds to kill an Acolyte. As you can see in the gameplay, it is a 2-shot, so it's really quickly to actually kill an Acolyte. Now at a long range, you're probably looking at around about 0.85 on average. Now that's me sort of hitting the critical as well. Now if you're talking body shots up close and medium range, you are going to be looking at around about 0.85 for small range to medium range. Now if you are a long range and you're hitting body shots, now because it does have explosive payload, it is pretty good, and it is around about 0.95 seconds guys on average, and that is on an Acolyte. So obviously each boss does have sort of different health bars and that, everything's different, but that's just an average to go on guys, something to help you with the TTK. Like I said, scout rifles are not mainly for the TTK, they're more for survivability for them high-end activities, keeping you out of the way of enemies, and obviously you can do a lot of damage at a long range. Hopefully I've explained this scout rifle well. Hopefully you guys can see where I'm coming from, why this scout rifle I believe is the best, and definitely one that's slept upon. If you guys have any other suggestions of the best scout rifle, let me know down in the comment section, because I'd love to test them out and hopefully compare them in the future. And if you've got any video ideas or any weapons you want me to try out and test out, let me know down in the comment section. And if you guys could subscribe to the channel, it really does help out and I would appreciate it a lot. But that's it from me, and as always, have a good day, and I will catch you in the next one.